Jurrien, Timber, Kai Havertz, and Declan Rice are the football players that we are talking about. And if there is anything that will come along the way, anything new, I'll definitely be giving it to you. But right about now, what we talking about? We are talking about Declan Rice's move to the club Arsenal, with Manchester City being a stumbling block in the transfer. However, let's talk about these transfers. We're going to be digging deep into these transfers, who's going where, who's remaining at the club, and definitely who is being sold in the club of Arsenal. Hello everyone, thank you for being part of the Arsenal chapter, and make your point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss it on whatever we've definitely got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related. Right about here at the Arsenal chapter with me, your host Abu Kals, as I'm definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest straight as it comes in. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going straight to the Declan Rice transfer. Arsenal fans are not happy about what is going on. Anyway, for those of you who do not know Declan Rice is an English professional football player who plays as a defensive midfielder for Premier League club West Ham, and also plays as a midfielder, defensive midfielder still, for the English national team. He captains the West Ham team, and he's made it clear that he is moving away from the club West Ham. No matter which club is going to take him, he is in for a move away from the club West Ham, and still Arsenal are not backing off. Anyway, what has happened is Declan Rice, the Declan Rice Arsenal transfer has not gone on quite well. But still, there is quite a lot of chance. There are very many clubs that have been linked to Declan Rice's move to the club, to their clubs, and some of these clubs are Manchester United. Manchester United coming out and saying that they will be offering two football players for Declan Rice. They'll be offering Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay for Declan Rice. And that's quite a big deal. I don't see Arsenal offering two football players for Declan Rice. And that's Manchester United. And it is said that, it is reported that Manchester United is looking at giving them, giving West Ham Scott McTominay and Harry Maguire, and also some additional money in this transfer. However, Declan Rice is valued at £120 million, and that's what West Ham needs. And Arsenal has had two bids, and from different sources, I'm getting that Arsenal is preparing the third bid to make sure they can match Manchester City's bid. And Manchester City has been trying to observe the situation, what is definitely going on. And right about now, I can confirm to you that Manchester City is going for Declan Rice. And they have had their bid in. Recently, they were linked to Declan Rice, but they didn't have a bid in. They were just observing the situation. And they come in at a point where Arsenal has put in quite a lot of money and is preparing £100 million for Declan Rice. That definitely means Manchester City's bid must be more than £100 million. And the fact that West Ham United is saying they need £120 million for Declan Rice. I've never seen a football player on demand like Declan Rice. Every club is claiming Declan Rice. But clubs are quite known for hijacking Arsenal targets, and for some reason, I don't know what's going on in the Premier League, but it's transfer madness, isn't it? Anyway, Declan Rice is definitely going to be deciding on his move, and is going to be speaking very soon, and we are waiting to hear from what he will be saying. However, having said that, Declan Rice is positive to any move that comes his way. It will be remembered that Declan Rice said that if Arsenal are willing to pay the amount of money that the club wants, he's got no problem whatsoever. If Manchester City or Manchester United, definitely he can go anywhere. He's a free boy. He's definitely free to go anywhere he wants, as long as they are paying the money and personal terms are agreed. He's very, very happy to go. What he's not happy about is staying at the club Newcastle United. So we're definitely going to be seeing Declan Rice making a move, and hopefully we can still say that this move could be with the club Arsenal. Seeing how Arsenal has been playing, I think Declan Rice could definitely fit in. There is a big possibility that Declan Rice could fit in. And of recent, I said recently, for those of you who've been following me, when Manchester City was linked into this transfer, I really said the chances of Declan Rice joining Arsenal were definitely narrowing. They were narrowing. I saw this happening. They were definitely narrowing. And now the Manchester City has had this bid. It's their first bid, and they're going to have a second bid and a third bid. And Arsenal are saying, we're going to give you 90 million pound, we're going to give you 100 million pound. They started from 80 million pound. 80 million pound was it was rejected. 90 million pound was rejected. Now Arsenal hasn't put in their third bid, but the third bid is meant to be 100 million pound, and it might not go in. It might have to be revised because Manchester City are from different sources. We're hearing the Manchester City is putting in something close to 100 million pound or slightly more. And that definitely means the club Arsenal has to put in something more. It's got to put in something like 105 million pound for Declan Rice. That's quite a lot of money for the club Arsenal. It's not a lot for Arsenal, but Arsenal is not known for buying football players that expensive. So moving from 72 million pound, which was offered to Nicolas Pepe, and that's the record signing of Arsenal, from 72 million pound to 105 or 110 million pound, that's quite a lot of money. However, Arsenal need to buy such football players because if Arsenal needs to get a Premier League title, then they need the best of football players. And Declan Rice is class. And in most cases, we always say class is permanent. Anyway, Manchester United being in the run, Manchester City being in the run, Arsenal being in the run. I want you to be realistic. Get into the comment section and let us know whom you think is going to win Declan Rice. Who is going to take Declan Rice? Manchester City is said to be having a bid that is something that is around 100 plus million pound. Arsenal have been preparing a bid worth 100 million pound. But that bid is most likely going to be revised. Manchester United is preparing a swap of two football players, Scott McTominay and Harry Maguire, for Declan Rice plus some additional money. Having said that, which football club do you think is going to take Declan Rice? From the information you've got, you can go into the comment section and you let us know whom you think is going to be taking the football player Declan Rice. However, Declan Rice has heavy links with the club Arsenal, and possibly there is still a chance that Arsenal is going to be the club that is going to take Declan Rice. Then yet another football player. Let's talk about Jurrien Timber. So, Jurrien Timber is a Dutch professional football player who plays as a defender, and also it will be remembered that he plays in the Eredivisie for Ajax Amsterdam and also the Netherlands national team. He's mainly a centre-back. He can also play as a right-back. And we'll remember that Timber joined Ajax in 2014 in the youth academy, and that was from Feyenoord. And right about now, there is a big possibility of him moving from the club Ajax Amsterdam to the club Arsenal. There is quite a lot to be done for this transfer, but it shouldn't be complicated. It's just walking the road. Arsenal has already agreed a move. Arsenal has agreed to pay a fee, an amount for this gentleman that is around 30 million pound. That's what we've got from sources, around 30 million pound. And that is doable. But I would like to think that Jurrien Timber could be costing much more than that. But from different sources again, Jurrien Timber from Fabrizio Romano, he says, I understand Arsenal are advancing on full agreements on personal terms with Jurrien Timber. The player has already accepted a move to the club Arsenal. Negotiations will follow between Ajax and Arsenal in the next hours and days. New bid expected soon. I don't see anything that is going to stop Jurrien Timber from joining the club Arsenal. However, it will be remembered that Jurrien Timber was linked to the club Manchester United some time ago. In the last January transfer window, he was heavily linked to the club Manchester United, and for some reason, we thought he would be ending up going to the club Manchester United. But that did not happen. Erik ten Hag wanted him, but that did not happen. And right about now, he is up to a move away from Ajax Amsterdam. He wants to play in the Premier League. And the club Arsenal is saying, you definitely can come. We are very happy to have you. Anyway, let us hope and think that things will definitely be going on quite well for both parties. As you already know, as we have told you that Jurrien Timber is very positive about the move. And also the club Arsenal is very positive about the move. Both parties are happy. We are just waiting for announcements of this transfer, and the likelihood of this gentleman playing for the club is definitely very, very high. Let's hope everything will go on quite well for this transfer as we head to yet another football player, and that is none other than Kai Havertz. So, with Kai Havertz, we already know that Kai Havertz is a Chelsea football player, and he's been playing for Chelsea for some time, and he's been up to a move away. Latest that we're getting from Fabrizio Romano, understand Thomas Partey considers Juventus as a priority. He hopes to stay in Europe. Talks will follow as there is no official proposal. Arsenal are prepared to let Thomas go, but important proposal will be needed after Saudi approaches. Most likely could be heading to Saudi. Anyway, we're talking about Kai Havertz, and most likely what's going to happen is Kai Havertz is going to seal this deal because he wants the deal. He wants the deal so bad. He wants to make sure that he can make this deal okay. He can definitely go for this deal. Kai Havertz already agreed personal terms with the club Arsenal. And what is expected, Arsenal are already saying they definitely need him. Kai Havertz was valued at around £75 million, but it is understandable from different sources that Arsenal have been planning for Kai Havertz's medical test, and it will be done very soon. Formal contract already in place and is being checked, and then it will be official. Then that definitely means that Arsenal is going to sign Kai Havertz officially anytime from now. There is a big possibility for that. £65 million is the fee, with add-ons confirmed. Also, long-term deal for Kai Havertz, who is set to become the first Ghana's signing for this summer transfer window. Let's wait and see. I'm not a very big fan of Kai Havertz, but possibly we'll have to bring something positive to the club Arsenal. Let's wait and see. We cannot question the decision of the manager. We always know that the manager always does whatever he thinks is right, and in most cases, he's had his decisions right. Let's hope he'll get it right with Kai Havertz, and once Kai Havertz comes to the club Arsenal from Chelsea, he will be in a better position of scoring very many goals. Let's hope everything goes on quite well for this transfer, as Arsenal are looking at getting yet another very good striker to make sure that uncertainties in the Premier League can be sorted. You cannot have one good striker. You definitely need a couple. Gabriel Jesus is definitely going nowhere. Strikers, forwards at Arsenal, most of them are remaining. So Kai Havertz is coming as an additional, and most likely will be starting in most games, but also to make sure that Arsenal has depth. The fact that Arsenal didn't complete in the first position, That's one of the big reasons as to why they are trying to make proper reinforcement in this summer transfer window. Please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever we've definitely got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related. Right here at the Arsenal chapter with me, your host, Abu Carls, as I tell thank you and goodbye for now.